Chaotic. Very chaotic. I had no idea where I was going. Living day to day, not knowing what was going to happen. I was lost. Extremely lost. Not having a family at that point. Very alienated from my family. I was very uncomfortable praying to God. God, if you help me with this, I promise I will. That kind of relationship. I had no idea what was going to be the trigger for me to just not be around anymore. I had always seen the billboard for I Am Second. Always. Right on the highway where I was. Where I drive by, and I figured, okay, I'll check it out. And then I did. I had taken a look at the testimonials. The first one I took a look at was Josh Hamilton's. Naturally, I navigated to his testimony because I'm a big baseball fan, and I was interested in that, and so that's where I went. And I was deeply moved by it. I was deeply moved. I was a little hesitant at first to log on to the chat. I didn't know what to do, or what it was going to consist of, and I decided to click the chat button, and there was Eric.
Well, I was on Needham chat, and it was busy. I had about 4 different chat windows open at one time that night, and just doing my best to keep up. And Alex Garza came on, and his question was something relating to evolution.
I wanted somebody to answer my question, something more than faith. Eric just stuck to his guns.
I didn't want to go down the road of evolution. Turns out I didn't have to. Everything changed when I asked him, Alex, if today was your last, do you know for sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you'd go to heaven? And he said, no, I don't.
We had a discussion about how do I build a relationship with God. I didn't know how to go about it. Like I said, I didn't know how to talk to God.
My number one thing is going to be, do you know Jesus Christ? Do you know you're going to heaven? Do you know God? And if you don't, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you do know God by the time you click that close button. When I come up to heaven, Peter talks about an abundant entrance, and I want that. I want that. I want to get up there in heaven and have all these people around my house saying, hey, dude, you talked to me. You told me about the Lord. I'm like, I did? Cool. It's like I've never seen this person face to face, and in heaven, I'm going to see them. We're going to see them. So I was chatting with Alex, and I figured out, he's wide open for Jesus Christ. He pretty much knows what God has done for him, but he'd never personally taken action to receive it.
He said, you need to get down on your knees and you need to get down on your knees and accept him as your Lord and King. And when that came across the chat, I said, what? I didn't know whether he meant now or later down the road or what. And I won't forget it. He responded boldly, right now. I'll be waiting.
And so I said, I'll give you all the time you need.
And I'll be waiting for you when you're done. Do it right now. I knelt over my bed, and I proclaimed him as my Lord and King. I asked for his forgiveness, and I asked for him to help me resist all temptation. When I was done, I was amazed at how I felt. Just the weight off my back, off my shoulders, the relief. I felt amazing. I felt different. I got back on the website. I got back on the chat there because they're waiting.
You know, I didn't see him face to face, and I couldn't hear his voice, but in that chat, it's almost as if I could see his excitement. And over the past few months, we've been communicating through email. He hasn't wavered or doubted, but he has that assurance that I know that I'm saved. I know God. I know God is real.
Since then, I can't tell you how many wonderful things have happened in my life. I've reunited with my family. I speak to my mother on a regular basis now, and it's absolutely wonderful.
And then I remember talking to him just a couple days later, it wasn't long, and he went to the I Am Second website and searched around for a group near him, and he found Fire Wheel Church. He's been going to this church, and he gave a testimony at that church. The pastor asked him to get up in front and testify. I don't even think he'd been going there more than a month. It's pretty good for a new Christian to just be that on fire, that ready. And, you know, he talked about how he came to know the Lord, how he went to I Am Second, and then chatted with some guy named Eric. That's me. And, you know, he got saved. He came to know Jesus Christ that way. So it's great that I Am Second and Need Him have partnered up and allow this to happen, because I just pointed him to Jesus Christ. I wasn't the first one to tell him that God loves him. I wasn't the first one to tell him about Jesus. But I was the one who was there, ready to harvest him. You know, ready to tell him, Alex, this is all you need to do to come in. And he came in. That's pretty cool.
You know, if I'm out there and I didn't know how to talk to God, maybe somebody out there will come to that and realize they too can talk to God. If I can do it, they can do it.